So many people, when they get to sports, I'm not talking about poker only. I'm talking about sports. They're very often like, I need to win, right? And this is kind of harming their ability to actually win. And there are many coaches that deal with that exact problem. So now these people have this mindset like, I need to win. So these coaches start to teach how to focus, right? So instead of panicking about how their sports results is, they are now focusing on the in sport. So how their movements are and what they're doing, right? So, and it leads to winning more, right? So, but what if we didn't have this I need to win, right? What if we just think correctly? Well, I'm a player, I'm not a coach, but let's say we just think correctly. Thinking correctly. So what would we how would we approach our sports career? Well, first one is like, do the correct thing, right? And immediately you're a lifetime winner. Immediately. Just because you're not panicking. So let's say I find out that in poker I need to do 1,000 buy-in bankroll management. I read it from somewhere. I find out this truth about poker. If you do this, you are successful. You won't bust your bankroll, right? So what if I just did that instead of complaining how I'm losing when I don't do that, right? So let's say I start to do that. So the question that rises is like, how much money do I have currently? How much money do I have currently? And let's see, at all of my savings, all of my bank account, let's see, I have X number of euros, and let's say I have, well, in my case, I'm honest, I have 100 euros, let's say. I have wasted my money elsewhere. It's deliberate decisions to spend on kids, on food, on partner, on living cost. I don't really care to have more. So I'm super happy I have 100 euros. So what does this strategy say? Does it say go all in because you don't have 600 euros? It doesn't say that. It very clearly says play 10-cent level. It very clearly says that. And now do I try to quadruple or make this 6 times higher in a high level buy-in game? I don't. If I play this 10-cent buy-in level now, it works. It works wonders. So the problem is we changed the thinking correctly to gamble, right? But if we don't do that, we have zero problems, and this is what people don't get in sports. And the result is zero problems, right? Zero problems whatsoever. And but if you want to cause problems, you can just eliminate this, right? And let's go like gambling. Your money is gone, right? Your money, you don't have 100 euros. You play 2 times at let's say at no limit 50, and you have 0.20 now. So, and this is like a unhappy gamble, right? unhappy gamble because if you have 2 buy-ins, for example, it's very large probability that this will happen. It's very large. It's like 60% that it will happen. So, but if you play this, you have 0 problems whatsoever. So let's don't gamble, right? And we have we don't do unhappy gambling, and we play this level, and we are super happy. Super happy life. Yeah. So the professionals know that, and they laugh about the gamblers, because the gamblers are losing way beyond expectation, right? So just stick to something like this, right? And it doesn't have to be poker. It can be real life decisions. Yeah, do I really want to risk that relationship? I don't, right? So why risk that relationship? Or do I really want to eliminate all of my life and move to a riskier country? I don't, right? So I don't do that. So I stay at my comfort zone and I do my regular training. Comfort zone plus regular training. So there is no need to do gambling, right? If you do gambling, the results are more and more unknown. So where is this big text? Doing gambling is more and more unknown results. We can't predict results then, right? So the less you gamble, the happier you are, actually. If you're really, really bored and you want to try something out, something completely different, you can, right? But why? Like, the result is way too risky, right? So let's do this. Super happy life by playing 10-cent buy-in level. If you have 100 euros, right? And you have huge skill advantage, right? And this is also what people don't get. They think they have to beat this no limit 600 regulars. They buy in 600 euros and you need to beat those guys, right? Well, we don't know who's there. There's like European top professionals. How can we beat those people? We can't. Right? So, but here we have huge skill advantage. So now you're questioning, I'm not poker superstar, right? But I am not poker superstar. What to do about that? Well, it's a very much like with any other area. You can't do that. You can't become the director of the school if you're a student in the school. Like you can't do that fast. Yeah. So let's say we don't do that and we put correct learning, and which leads to 1,000 buy-in bankroll management. So where is the money coming from to your life? Well, there shouldn't be this problem, and don't try to get it by gambling, right? Is a common advice. There is probably the job market is looking for some people. So let's say you go to a job. Let's say you go to job. You get like 1,000 euros 1 month for, let's say you don't want to work for long. Let's say 5 months, right? From these 1,000 euros, you can save. Let's say you can save like 200 euros. Okay. Now you have 200 euros in your savings account. Now you can now you can play 0.20 Pine level, right? So it's all a deliberate choice, right? But you don't have to do this, I believe. Yeah. Live at friend's place. Okay.